Hi everybody. So I just wanted to make this quick video just to review where we're at right now in the course. So let's take a look at the syllabus here. I am aware that for week 8 it does ask you guys for an update. However, I do understand that some people probably are still working on their MMP projects within your schools or in your place of practice where you currently work, and you might need a little bit more time for the completion of your MMP update. So an update, it could either be, it's supposed to be like a video update where you're just going over your project and telling us about the most recent findings, if you had to make any changes with your project. So as you have been noticing, so last week there wasn't much because I'm trying to give you guys time to work on the actual implementation of your projects, and I do know that it's very time consuming. Trust me, I understand. I went through it myself 3 years ago. So with week 8, I really want you guys to, if you need more time, you can take until next Tuesday to do your MMP updates. Number 1, I'm still going through a lot of the assignments myself, trying to give you guys some valuable feedback. So again, you can take extra time. October 31st seems doable to me. Take an extra week, really focus on your MMP update and what you would like to tell us about. So let's just go into the assignment so we can see where it is. Okay, MMP update. So you would be doing the posts here. That's worth 5 points. Make sure you guys post it here in the discussion section, because when I click on the speed grader, which is here, it's quick. It's a very quick system that they've implemented here on Canvas. So when you guys are doing your updates, you really want to reflect on the progress that your project is making, and you can show us. So if you're creating, say, an online class, you would create a screencast, walking us through, your website or your online course. If you're creating a website for this project, then you're going to show us your website and you're going to move us through the same way that I'm doing here in this video. Okay, so just take a look. Here are some guiding topics that you could use to help you as you're trying to think of the content of your screencast. Have you participated in your online communities, and how has that helped or not supported your MMP project? Remember, you guys, in the beginning, I think it was blog 2, you were supposed to connect to various communities. These communities could have been on Google Plus, or you could have, followed different blogs. So being that you were supposed to be following these blogs or other additional posts, Google Plus communities, online communities, could have been on Pinterest or Tumblr, or, I wanted to know basically how have these online communities shaped your project or not. Sometimes if we find that something is not happening, it makes it for a great discussion as to why not. So with the online communities, was something lacking? How would you have thought about if you could have joined another online community? What community could have been? So I want you guys to think about that. Project updates. So a reminder of what your project goals are. What have you achieved up until now? What do you want to still achieve? We have 6 more weeks? Semester's flying, isn't it? Going by fast. So with your project updates, update number 1 and update number 2, as you guys can see, there's 2 updates here. I will be looking forward to seeing your updates, your video updates. You can add a video update connected to your YouTube channel, and then also have a little written description, project update number 1, and then if you want, you can talk about these things just a sentence or 2, okay, because we're going to watch the videos and see what the updates are. So connections to the readings. How have the readings informed the development of your project? How are you planning on integrating some of the former readings that we have read into the design of your project? Or if you're looking to modify your project, what will you do? And how will you do it? What are your plans? Okay, and self-assessment. Last week for week 7, you guys were supposed to I wanted you to think about it. So what's going on in your project so far? reflection is really huge, a huge piece of learning, and it really does help to extend how we understand what we're doing in terms of if we're working on a big project for work, if we're working on a paper that we're writing for another course. Taking that time to reflect is crucial, because within reflection, you're able to make these adjustments that can later become actionable steps. Right? So just think about, what could you have improved in your experience? So if you're creating a project for teachers, or if you're going to create a website that's going to be used for a nonprofit organization, like when you're creating a website, content, it's really critical. And how is your content going to be diversified? Like how will you account for all of the how will you project the most critical things related to your topic? That's really important. Thinking about the goals, reflecting back on your goals, thinking about your audience, what are their needs, and then how can you create a project that's going to fulfill their needs. Depending on who your audience is. This project can be applied to any professional line of work. Of course, making the appropriate modifications and thinking about how we're using media, the form of media, how will it be integrated into the work that we're doing to improve whatever experience it is we're seeking to improve. So it's up to you guys. Sorry. Just sent me a message. So it's up to you guys to figure out what you can do to enhance the involvement within. If your communities aren't working for you, ask yourself why. Why aren't my communities? What did you look for when you had signed up to follow the various communities? What were you hoping to achieve by implementing XYZ part of your project within your school building, or if you're not in a school environment, within your professional environment and your place of work, and how are you running into any complications? And if you don't want to put it on video, if you don't want to publicize, the complications that you may be running into, you can write it. You can email me with your concerns about the integration of your project, and I am willing to, quickly as possible, I'm willing to go over how ways that we can think about implementation of your project. So hopefully you found this to be helpful. Again, I should actually add in an announcement right now. Okay. And we're going to say for MMP update number 1, extension. And I will be posting this video. So it has been extended to 10/31. That gives everybody an extra week. So hopefully you're able to create your videos. If you need to do some extra work in your buildings, or if in your professional place of practice with integrating maybe a little small pilot or part of your project, or if you're not planning to actually fully implement, an online tool within your place of practice, then if you're developing a website because maybe you want your tool to unfold maybe in a year from now, then show us what you have so far, so that we can give each other some feedback, and I can give you guys some feedback on your progress.